Guys, welcome back. Got another BMW for you. This is a 2022 X5 M Competition. Never been in one of these before until today, so let's see how it does. Apologies in advance for the poor weather. It's a little bit gray and misty and miserable outside. This is what British people must see every day. Somebody left their vape. Not mine. Must have been a Subaru driver. So sitting behind my seating position in the front here, there is enough headroom, but there is a little bit left to be desired when it comes to leg room. So does not get a pass in that regard. So the doors were actually not too bad, but the rear center console here with the black piano fakery was the big letdown. God, that was awful. Let's go to the front. And now for the button test, which I will do my best to do because modern BMWs, even though the car is turned off, just pressing a random button on the interior will turn the car on, and then the radio and all that crap will make noise. So I will do my best.
A few moments later.
Fucking thing sucks!
And now for the final button. I apologize for cutting the button test a little bit short. Like I said in the beginning of that, I tried to do my best. However, every time the car is fully turned off and you press some random button in the car, it turns itself back on and makes a bunch of noise from the windows or from the radio or whatever. So I had to abort it. Speaking of abortions, let's talk about the fit and finish. So besides the doors here, the fit and finish in this car wasn't all that great, as you could hear. Like, the squeaks were loud, like Mercedes loud, which was quite disappointing. I didn't notice any of this squeakage, though, admittedly, on the test drive. When I did my little test drive, I didn't notice the squeak, so I think to most people, it's not going to ultimately matter, but if you like to feel your car's interior, you might be a little disappointed. The only thing that's keeping me from giving this a 4 out of 10 is the overhead console, the glove box door, and the center console armrest were not squeaky. I can say that those 3 bits were strong. Otherwise, we'd be looking at 4 out of 10, but I'm going to give it a 5, so there's 5 out of 10 for fit and finish. Materials, on the other hand, we're looking a lot better, so let's get into it. We got a full leather dash up here with nice feeling color contrast stitching. No complaints about that whatsoever. That's great. The lower part of the dash is also nice. So by your glove box and lower, like where your knees would be and lower, that's all nice, padded, soft, stitched leather. Feels pretty good. I have no complaints about that. The entire door is leather, so the top part, the middle, the armrest, and even the lower part of the door is pretty good. And you have very nice feeling carbon fiber trim right here. Or not, it doesn't really feel like anything because it's gloss, but it is a nice looking carbon fiber trim. And speaking of the door, the outer little rim here of the map pocket is stitched leather, but once you go inside the map pocket, it is textured, hard, crappy plastic, just so you know. Now, I do really like the carbon fiber that they chose in this interior for the trim. I think it's fitting for a car like this. The only thing that I'm not a fan of with this carbon fiber is that it's not in the back so much. So in that rear center console, it had the squeaky black piano veneer looking plastic. I feel like that should have been carbon fiber. Why didn't they just continue it back there too? Beats me. The seats are, as you would expect, full, nice, soft, stitched leather with color contrasting leather and stitching. And it even has the X5M logo in the headrest. These are pretty nice seats. As expected for this vehicle's class, although I don't assume anything anymore, you'd be surprised. The headliner, all the A, B, and C pillars, and the sun visor are Alcantara, and it's a nice feeling Alcantara. No complaints there. And then besides from a couple of M-specific buttons, like the M1 and M2 on the steering wheel, as well as the gear lever being this kind of, nice stitched leather with the M logo embossed. This little part down here is also hard metal. It's nice and cold to the touch. The rest of the buttons and switchgear in this car are pretty typical of what you would find in any other modern BMW, which is to say, they're not bad. I've mentioned this before, I do love M steering wheels. I like how nice and thick they are. They have a very nice grip on them, and I do love the M color stitching on the inner part here. Always love M steering wheels. So yeah, materials are pretty impressive in this car, as they should be. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. So there you guys have it. Your final score is going to be 5 out of 10 for fit and finish and 8 out of 10 for materials. Please let me know your thoughts. Alright, so before today, I've never driven a BMW X5 M, let alone a competition, so how does it drive? Well, I gotta tell you, the first impression I get is this thing drives very nice. The ride is stiff, but it's not harsh. There's a difference. You do feel a lot of the road in this car, but it doesn't beat you up. It's not jarring or unbearable or anything like that. It just is more communicative, I guess, to the road and to the little undulations and bumps and whatnot. But again, it does not beat you up. It doesn't fatigue you or anything. There is a distinct difference there. Good handling car. I didn't push it that hard due to the weather. However, I can tell that it's very capable, and you can toss it around and it'll take it. Acceleration is pretty nice too. I do like this powertrain, the twin turbo V8 from BMW. Hopefully they made it reliable now. I think they did finally, but it pulls nice, pulls hard, and yeah, I don't have anything bad to say about the powertrain. Even the transmission is nice. I'm pretty sure it's just a torque converter, but the gear changes are pretty smooth and quick. I cannot complain. Yeah, overall, it's a nice driving car. I'm sure if you're a rich Eastern European man, you would love this car. Just remember to buy the BMW gear, like the hat, the shoes, the M jacket, and everything. That adds 50 horsepower to the car. Curva. Anyway, I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.